what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Tron on the play for game 1. Hands looking good, as we do have Tron on 3. Ooh, I'm gonna guess mono white land destruction. I'm I'm in danger. Let's see, do you have the demo field or field of ruin on a turn 2? Ooh, thank God you don't. I guess you could still have white orchid, yeah. Yeah. Which one do you pop? You will pop the power plant. I'll float the power plant. Yes. I'll grab the waste. And then pop the map. We'll grab the power plant. And phase change. Soul Guide Lantern. I'll play the power plant. I'll play the map. And pray they don't have any more. Otherwise, this is a bad way to start a league. Jesus. Worst case scenario for sure. Witch Blessed. Okay. Attack with White Orchid. 2 down to 18. Hopefully don't have Ephemerate. And another White Orchid. Big sad. Stoneforge. Stoneforge is fine. What do you grab? Is this Hammer? Cauldron complete. Okay. End step. Crack map. For tower. Draw. No Ephem. Okay, so how do we want to proceed now? I think we start with Fleshraker. Cast Fleshraker trigger. A -2. Path. Rude. Grab Swamp. Well, that kind of throws my idea out the window. Trigger. I was going to basically ritual into Karns. Jesus Christ. Emergency eject. What the hell are you? Should I not align a permanent lander? Huh. Yeah, can't do much about that. I will eat the Solitude. I'm going to draw a card. Pithy Needle. Pithy Needle. Name Stoneforge Mystic. So that way they can't play the Cauldron. We'll pass. And pray they don't blow up a land. 3. Flicker Wisp. Wrath for 1. Okay, you still can't play the Cauldron complete this turn, which is good. Attack for 3, down to 17. And we draw. Vexing Bauble. Is this cast or put? Put. In that case, we have 2, so 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'll have 6 after casting Karn. We can Ballista for 3. I could also Ensnaring Bridge, I suppose. It would only allow for Stoneforge. Lab. No imprint. Karn. Minus. 3, 6, pop, but then we can't block. Yes. In that case, for bridge. I think bridge is correct. Yeah. Bridge. Cast bridge. Cast bauble. And pass. And hold. Did he run Solitude? So I will keep bauble. Stoneforge can attack Karn. That is fine, though. Yep, Karn will take 1. Draw. Flesh Raker. Cast Flesh Raker. Reprieve. Cast Flesh Raker. Play Lab. No imprint. Plus Karn and done. And pass. And pass. Field of Ruin. That is unfortunate. That's a sinkhole at this point. Field of Ruin. Targeting tower. Didn't you already get rid of a land, though? The power plant? You did. You should be going after the power plant. Okay. And passing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're one short of 7. Thankfully found the Flesh Raker. Flesh Raker triggers. Triggers. And we could minus Karn for what? I mean, I'm half tempted to go for Ballista. I think that might be right. X minus, or X for 2. We'll go Ballista. And done. Triggers. Reprieve. Draw. Triggers. This actually may have not been a good idea by opponent because I can just recast it for 1. Ballista for 1. Done. And they're down to 2 now. Alright, and Bone skips it up. We'll take the win against land destruction. I will take that every single time. Please and thank you. Okay, so I think Soul Guy Lantern is out. Pith Needle's in, Bobble's in. Dismember seems relevant. Chalice out. And I suppose we leave it at that. That seems reasonable. All right. I mean, yeah, that is Tron on 3. I will keep. I will pass. And draw. Another map. Not that I have enough, but sure. We'll pass. And pass. Blast Zone. Passing. Draw. There's Natural Tron. We'll hold. And hold. There's no reason to crack the map then. Field. Rude. Does it come and play tapped or untapped? Untapped. Relevant. End step. Do you Field a Ruin? You do. Tap. I will grab the waste. And do we crack the map for a power plant? I'm gonna say no. I'll play the power plant. Play Mind Stone. Hold the Mind Stone and map. And hold. Field. Fielding now. That will resolve. I'll grab the Swamp. White Orchid Phantom. Oh, that's just rude. In that case, yep, I'll choose not to. End step, crack the map. for 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. Tempted to go temple, but I think I'll go mine and just try and fight it out. Mine, draw, Karn. Play map and hold and hold. So the question is, Jesus Christ, Ghost Quarter. So now you can get rid of my waste. Okay, I'm mine. No. 2 down to 18. And Crucible of Worlds. They played a land already, so this is fine. Crack map. For what? What is Grafdigger's Cage read again? Players can't cast spells. Not something about playing lands or permanents. I will grab a... I think a temple at this point. That might be right. But then again, we have to tuck the map. I guess we don't need to tuck the Devour yet. Grab a temple. Draw. Ugin. Play temple or play lab. By playing the lab, tucking the Devourer, we do have the option to play the map as follow-up, but I think I'll just play the temple. I'll cast Karn. I'll minus Karn. Yes. For Tormod's Crypt. Tormod's Crypt. And Tormod's Crypt target you. And pass. And pass. So ideally no more Ghost Quarter nor Field of Ruin. At least for a turn. 3. Destroyed. 2. For a basic land card, so it's useless to me. That is true. We can Devourer. I think that is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tuck Ugin. As much as I would like to resolve Ugin instead. Trigger, always yield, and pass. If they had the EFM, they would have used it sooner. Which Blessed Bolt for what? Solitude? Solitude. And draw. Karn. Tower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tempted to just go with map and set up for Ugin. I'll take the 3 down to 19. Second main, demo field. Let's see if opponent might not be aware of something. End step. Return Ugin to hand. Perfect. So, really important thing about Ugin's Labyrinth and how it reads. It says return the exiled card to its owner's hand. It does not care if it is not on the board at the point of resolution. It just cares that Ugin was exiled to it. So it'll blow up. I will choose not to because I don't have anything. I'll still get Ugin back though, and that's the important part. So Ugin will come back to hand, and then I will crack the map. I will grab an E-temp. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, grab a lab. What's my exile right now? Torpor Orb, Soul Guide Lantern. We need Soul Guide Lantern. I forgot about the Crucible Worlds. So I'll grab lab. And draw. Fleshraker's a whiff. So in that case, I want to cast Fleshraker. I want to play lab. No imprint. Cast Karn. Triggers. Minus Karn. Yes. For Soul Guide Lantern. Soul Guide Lantern. Triggers. Mana neutral. Trigger, eat Demo Field. And hold. Ooh, staving off this Crucible Worlds is not easy. Main, 4 cards in hand. And what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I ideally like to keep the 7 on board. Another Solitude Evoke pitches the Wrath, eats the Fleshraker. Yes. They eat the Fleshraker, and then what? Wrath for 2? Wrath for 2. I will float. And then I might as well... Is there any point in me exiling their yard? I don't think so. Okay. They have 1 in hand. Phase change. Dismember the Solitude. So Karn sticks on board. My Orchid Phantom will pass. I'll pop a land. I will not search. And I will draw. Another Karn. So, what do I have in sideboard? I have Ballista. Minus Karn. Yes. For Walking Ballista. X equals 2. And we'll just pop it now. And pass. And pass. Right now they definitely have advantage, but we're not going to make it easy for them. Power plant. Plus Karn. And pass. Casting. Solitude. So Karn down. No exile. And pass. Yep, Karn down. Would not love another land. Casting. Stoneforge Mystic for Cauldra. Yes, we can draw into a land, that'd be perfect. Lion Sash. What the hell does Lion Slash do again? Oh, I can exile cards in yard. Okay. Draw. Ugin. Ugin doesn't cut it. Cast Karn. Minus Karn. And I'm going to go for a bridge at this point. I think that is probably my best case scenarios to bog up the board next turn. We'll pass. Karn is down. Field of Ruin. Making my life difficult. The thing is, Blast Zone's also an issue. Fail to find. Yeah, it's looking like a loss here. Not ideal. Draw. Power plant. Bridge. Pass. I guess you can put 2 counters on Blast Zone. It would pop Crucible Worlds, though. Pass. 3, 4, 5. Didn't even need to because they drew into that. Brutal. Another Field of Ruin? Seriously? Oh wait, no, that's right, from... Yeah, they can just loop this now. Okay, I don't think I have any recourse. I will concede. Alright. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I will cut Gemstone Caverns, and we'll bring back in the Soul Guy Lantern because I completely forgot that they do run Crucible. Do we want Chalice of the Void? I'm not sure that's entirely necessary. What's the worst card in here? We want Bauble for Solitude, Soul Guide for Crucible Shenanigans, Pith Needle to name Field. Let's see. Dismember, yes. All's Dust, maybe? It's not bad, it's not good, it's okay. Sire's kind of meh. I'll bring in the Chalice and run it back. Yes. 8 hits off the top? Or I guess 4 hits off the top. Because we are on the play. Trigger. Mindstoner K command. I'm thinking we go for Tezzeret and Power Plant, cast Bauble, and pass. And pass. So now we're able to Ugin's Lab Devour for Tezzeret, grab map. So that's Tron on 4 would be the thought. But what are the chances that our opponent doesn't have land destruction of some form between now and then? Feeling pretty unlikely. Sunken Citadel, yep. Tis a good card. Imprint. Devour. Tezzeret. Minus. For map. Pass. And pass. I mean, now they have a question of do they go after the power plant or go after the lab, right? Imagine they go after the lab. Yes. Take the waste. Unfortunately, we only have this, already have the swamp in hand, which is less than ideal. Draw. E-temp. Play tower. Play map. Triggers. Always yield. We'll hold. And holding. Sunken Citadel tapped. Okay, no field effects. You have a white Orchid Phantom. You do. Targets. Tower. Float. No. Phase change. Might not be worth grabbing the tower right now is the problem. Because we have more hits off the top if we don't. So we're going to hold. Draw. K command. Devour. 2, 4. Rude. 2, 4, 6. I'll play the temple. I will pass. Yeah, this is not ideal. Because now what I want to do is I want to crack map at some point. Tezzeret down. Field of Ruin. Goddamn. Field of Ruin target. Temple. Float. Fail to find. Crack map. Temple. And pass. Draw. Tezzeret. Play Swamp. Play Tezzeret. Reprieve. Pass. And pass. And it's not looking good here, folks. 2 down to 18. Draw. Flash Rake. I don't think Flash Rake sticks on board, to be completely honest. Tezzeret. Reprieve. Pass. And pass. Demo field, Jesus Christ. Fail to find. White Orchid, down to 16. And Clarion Conqueror. Okay. Temple. Cast. Is Tezzeret even worth it? I don't think so. Cast Flesh Raker. Pass. Path. No. Oh boy. And pass. Attack for 5 down to 11. I mean, if we can avoid land destruction, we can devour. E-temp. Devour, Clarion Conqueror. Pass. Conqueror down. Hardcast Solitude. Yep. Go up to 17. And pass. Demo field. Yeah. Yeah. Fail to find. Five down to 12. And draw. Tower. Cast Tezzeret. Minus Tezzeret. For map? Yes. I can't crack map, but I don't want to feed it to something like a Witch Blast, so I'm going to pass. And pass. Two at Tezzeret, 3 at me, down to 9. Mystic. Mystic finds what? Coldra Complete? Maybe. Lion Sash. Alrighty. Draw. Lab. Cast map. Map resolves. Mine. Play mine. Cast Tezzeret. Minus Tezzeret. Ballista. And done. Trigger Tezzeret. And are there any creatures actually in yard? No, that's really funny. Line Slash can't even grow. It was a permanent card. Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought it was like Scoos, but no. Just says if it's a permanent card, put a +1/+1 counter. Brutal. Alright. Paying cost for what? Line Sash. You shouldn't eat the artifacts. That's not wise. Eats a temple. Okay, dokie. And eats power plant. Yeah, eating the lands makes sense. I'll hold 5 in hand. We're likely gonna have to crack this bauble. Attacking at me, attacking at me, attacking at Tezzeret. Imagine they have to send 2 at no, they don't have to send 2. Yeah. I mean, they do if they don't want me pinging it down and trying to save it, but that wouldn't really be worth my time, I don't think. Oh, all at me? Path. Rude. In that case, pop Solitude. Pop Solitude. Me pass. No, I think I just die, don't I? 4, 6, 7 plus 6, 13. Yeah, I just die. Because they can just grow the Line Sash. Oofda. Yeah, because I needed to block it with the Ballista and we couldn't. That is 12. And for good measure, 13. Oof. That is an oof right there. But Land Destruction is not exactly the best of matchups for me, so the fact that we even took a game off them was good enough, I suppose. Oh, K-Command would have been perfect. We could have dug how many deep? 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 deep? Ugin would have been good. Because then we could have exiled something, plus grab the Flesh Raker, or the Mind Stone, because that's a redraw. Ah, the next turn would have been amazing. So unfortunate. Alright, well, sometimes win some, sometimes lose some. We'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. We have 8 hits off the top for Tron on 3, whether it be map or power plant. Running Catacombs. And there's the power plant. So I will grab that, draw, mine, pass. Verdant Cat. Oh, wait. I think I remember this opponent now. Aren't they mono green land destruction? I'm pretty sure they're mono green land destruction. Never mind. They're on Blink. Why do I feel like they were on mono green land destruction yesterday? Am I crazy? Overlord. Picks up Haywire Might. Draw. Power Plant. Mind Stone. Pass. And pass. I mean, if they want a Haywire Might, it'd be my guess. Windswept Teeth fetch. As long as they don't destroy land here, we should be able to land Ugin. 3. Catrimos. Okay. Draw. Tower. Ugin. Trigger. Exile. Always yield. And opponent scoops it up. So it looks like maybe like Abzan Blink. Another variation of Blink. Alright. Ugin do good. Vexing Bubbles, yes. Soul Guide Lanterns, no. Needle. Trying to remember. Don't think we should need Needle. Crafter's Gauge, no, 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 no. Yes. No one Chalice. Which leaves us with one card short. I mean, I guess we could keep the Soul Guide. It does have its relevance into Overlord, I suppose. Though it does turn on Ketramos earlier, which I don't like. Yeah, I guess we still go Soul Guide Lantern then. Run it back. Alright, let's see what we have for game 2. On the draw, of course. Unless opponent wants to be generous. They do not. I mean, E-tempt the E-tempt for K-Command, I will keep. I will pass. Turn 1 we can play a map. Starts with 6. Plays... Probably no turn 1 Thoughtseize, that would kind of suck. Oh, I feel a turn 1 Thoughtseize coming on. Swamp, Thoughtseize, eats the K-Command. No way they don't. Rip. Yep, K-Command out. Draw. Thoughtseize bug. And pass. And pass. Relic. Relic eats K-Command. Or not. Temple. Temple holds. Marshflat's fetch. For Surveil Land. Yep, that resolves. Why Abzan? Target self. Why target self? Eating the Marshflats. That's weird. 2. Break the ice. That just rude as hell, opponent. I'll be real. One more. And done. And Devourer Mine. I mean, we're going to play the Lab. I think we bottom mine, top Devour, draw. And pass. Windswept Teeth. Draw. Still find a mine. Imprint. Tizakarn. Windswept Teeth fetch. Forest. Forest. Relic. And ETB minus ES for what? I mean, I'm tempted to just go for a liquid metal coating, to be honest. Could also go bridge, but they have the might, but with Karn on board, it's gonna be hard for them to deal with it. Yeah, I suppose we start with liquid metal. And we'll pass. And pass. Underground. Tomb. Thoughtseize eats liquid metal. That's fine. Green, black, white, Ketra. Draw. Tezzeret. Play the mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus Karn. On Tinkin. Always yes. Always yield. Always yes. For bridge. Cast a bridge. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no. So we'll go. Actually, tempted to do this. And bridge. And pass. Ketchamus can't attack now, so Karn sticks on board. 2. Cosmogoyf. Oh, that explains the Abzan now. Okay, I see you, opponent. Crack map for temple. Draw. Temple. Cast map. And do we cast Tezzeret? I'll plus Karn. I don't think there's any reason to play the Tezzeret. I will pass. I guess they can Felia flicker the bridge, but only Felia would attack. I guess we could have plussed on the map, but that's not great either. Marshflat's fetch down to 10. Oh, they also don't have any cards in hand, so, you know, I don't need to exactly worry about a Felia. Never mind. Never mind. Lush Port, Surveil. And Thoughtseize? Might. That's fine. It's bricked underneath Karn. And opponent scoops up. We'll take the win. Alright, solid win against Abzan Blink. We'll be back for match 3. Alright, we're back for match 3. On the play for game 1, I'll keep. We will reveal Devourer. Trigger. And what we want. K command. Mind Stone. K command would be good though, because that can help us ramp in the Ugin. Because if we can land Ugin, we are in a very good position. Though there's some argument to maybe just tucking the Ugin instead of the Devour because it's more likely to be cast. Yeah, that's probably true. Opponent's pausing. Why'd they pausing? So I think we go tuck Ugin, cast Soul Guide, cast Map Pass, play Temple, and then we likely just pass at that point too. Yeah. I guess we could play another map at that point. Possibly. Possibly. I wonder if opponent stepped away from keyboard for a second. Not outside of the realm possibility. Well, I suppose we'll take a quick pause and return once opponent has passed priority. Alright, and we are back. Opponent's back. This hand's kind of meh. I guess we grabbed the swamp. Well, the swamp seems reasonable. Otherwise, we could grab Sire. I actually kind of want to grab Sire. Yeah, let's grab Sire. The thought process here is that I can now Ugin's Lab, tuck the Devourer. Cast Soul Guide Lantern. Cast Map. Pass. Because now we can theoretically get to Sire before we get to Ugin. Polluted Delta. Okay. Passing. E-temp. Hold. Actually, second main. Second map might be right here, but we also could feign a K command. I'll hold. Fetch Polluted Delta. Because if there's a graveyard deck, then the Soul Guide Lantern will be good. So we don't really want to crack that unless we can determine for sure. This is not a graveyard deck. Okay, well, I'm going to take this Archive. I start leaning towards control, but Overload the Bailmerk, I mean, that tells me probably Esper Blink. Swamp, pass, and that's probably Felia is the problem. Paying cost for what? Emperor Bones. So Emperor Bones can eat the Overlord. Trigger. Targets. Yeah, don't really want you doing that, to be honest. Exile Grave. Trigger. End step. Crack the map. We'll go for an E-Temp. Draw. Tezzeret. I don't really see a benefit to casting the Tezzeret right now. Vexing Bauble, maybe. I will play... Actually, there is a world... No, didn't we exile the Pith? We did exile the Pith. In that case, I will play Map. And pass. 2, 4. At most we can get to 6, so not enough for Ugin. Not just yet, anyways. And my thought was if this is Goryo's, which it might be, we pith the Emperor Bones. There's a Lord of the Bailmerk. Trigger. Oh, interesting. So yeah, definitely Esper Blinkish. Ember Bones, Exiles, Overlord. Makes sense. We'll take 2 down to 18. Trigger, crack the map. I will go with another E-Temp. Mind Stone. So we can do a few things then. I think we Sire 7 Deaths. I guess we can, hold on. Let's first Mind Stone. Mind Stone. I mean, if they want to counter it, be my guest. I'll play a Tezzeret at that point, I suppose. And Sire will pass. So 2, 5, 6. We're 1 away from Ugin. Do you have a Subtlety? I don't think you normally would play Subtlety, so probably not. Could of course have a Solitude. I mean, it'd be a 14-point swing. Flooded Strand, fetch, surveil, and pass. Okay. 7 in hand, paying cost for Overlord. Picks up Riddler. So they have a Riddler in hand, Gala Shrine Shock. And exiles Lantern. You should not be exiling my artifacts. Stop it. They find the Solitude. They pick up the Solitude. They evoke Solitude. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Solitude. Exile. Even around Interrupter. To exile. They're down to 9. Evoke. Down to 20. Do they have an EFEM? Triggers? Looks like maybe not. Paying cost. I stand corrected, they do. And picks up what? Witch Enchanter. So that way they can pop the Mind Stone. Okay. Draw. Okay, well unfortunately that means I can't play the Ugin. 7. So In that case, I'm going to return Devourer to hand. And then cast Devourer. And exile Overlord the Bailmerk. See if you have another EFM, you do not. Okay. Body's on board, which is good. Rebound, they could blink the bones. That way they can pick up another card. So for example, they could either pick up Solitude or Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp could then flicker the Overlord of the Bailmerk. Yeah, that would be the thought. Thoughtseize takes Ugin, because if Ugin hits board, it's GG's. Unfortunately, we did miss the land. Brutal. Emperor Bones for Solitude or for Flicker Wisp? For Solitude, I guess my thought would be you could go Flicker Wisp, adapt, flicker the Overlord. Overlord would then on end step be able to Solitude this instead. I feel like that would make more sense, but maybe I'm wrong. 23, 10. Which blessed, bolt the 7. And draw. Okay. Still need a land. So in that case, I'm thinking we Mind Stone. Tezzeret. Tezzeret minus. For Vexing Bauble? Vexing Bauble seems appealing. Vexing Bauble trigger. We'll pass. That way you can't do Solitude shenanigans. Felia. Passing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we still need a land. Right. So yeah, this definitely blink. Flickers the Overlord. Felia Tezzeret. If we had sequenced that a bit differently, I guess we would have been able to have take 1 less damage. Or I guess 2 less damage. Yeah, so I did sequence that a bit backwards because Tezzeret could have been at 3, which meant that they would have needed to attack it with Emperor Bones. So we should be at 21 theoretically. Tapped and casting Overlord. So we need a land for Ugin. Draw. That works. All is dust. Goodbye. Gotta love the one of All is dust. Opponent's the 19 cards in deck. I do need to point that out. Okay, we still need a land though for this Ugin Riddler. Draw a card. Speaking of. Ephem, draw a card. Down to 16. And passing warp. Give me a land. K command. It's not a land. Well, actually, hold the phone. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, they have Aven Interrupter. I feel like they picked up one at some point. Shoot. feel like they did. So I think they have an Ave Interrupter in hand. That's brutal. I'm gonna hold. See if maybe they play Thalia. Because, yeah, the Ave Interrupter is this. It's just an absolute brick. I would have loved to have been able to cast this and cast Ugin into it immediately to exile the Quantum Riddler, but that just simply ain't gonna work. Looks like opponent's stepping away from their keyboard again, though. So we'll take a quick pause once they... Oh, never mind. End step. Efem. Even target Riddler. Draw a card. No. Main phase. Attack for 4, down to 15. Do you cast anything else? 3, 4. Witch Enchanter. ETB triggers. Targets. Vexing Bauble. In response. And done. Paying cost, Efem. Target. Okay. I'm A-okay with this right now. Alrighty, so how do we want to set this up? I'm going to say lab, probably no. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can Flesh Rake. So we Ugin, Flesh Rake. Can we Devour her after? So Ugin, Flesh Rake. Or I guess we can Flesh Rake Ugin? No, we Ugin, Flesh Rake. So we got exile 2. And then we have 2, 4, 5 left over. So we'll need probably the K command. So in that case, I'm going to say bottom. Bottom. I'm going to go top, 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 and top. Pop, and draw. So I guess we could just win here. That is true. Do you want to exile both though? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, trigger, target, Riddler, always yield. And opponent scoops it up. Alright, we'll take the one. Good timing. Alrighty then. So, let's sideboard now. We want the Vexing Bauble. Maybe not the Soul Guide, though. Did we see Ketramos at all? I don't think so. Not this time, at least. We can probably keep the Soul Guide. Pith Needle out. Dismember in. Chalice out. Clarion Conqueror is pretty annoying. I wonder if a Leveler would be good. I mean, Leveler, Extinguisher are both good in this matchup, theoretically. Huh. Because it can pop Clarion, it can sweep board. It's an interesting thought. The Soul Guide is good in this matchup since it doesn't have Ketra. The question just becomes whether or not we bring in Leveler. Like, the All Does is good. We don't drop that. I feel like Sire's arguably the worst 7 mana value spell here, so maybe we drop 1 for Leveler. I'll just keep as is. I'll just keep as is. Alrighty. On the draw for game 2. Let's see what's up. Let's see. Opponent chooses first, of course. 8 hits off the top. I will keep. I will reveal. I will pass. Flooded Strand. Trigger. There's the mine. The question is, do we worry about a consign? I mean, if they consign the map, am I upset by this? Right now, kind of. I'll still play the map, see if they consign. They do not, so that's good. And fetch, Flood Strand, Surveil, Shadowy Backstreet. No, Meticulous Archive, okay. Yeah, definitely a lot of Blink. We actually played against 2 Blinks already when we were playing the Brute Scale League, and then another 2 Blinks, yeah, look at that. Huh. A lot of Blinks today. Gala Shrine Shock. Do you have a White Orchid Phantom? You do not. Oh, hello, Power Plant. Play the Power Plant, and they could have Felia. I mean, they likely do. Do we play Bobble? I don't think there's a reason to play Bobble. In that case, we'll hold. Yeah, they don't have White Orchid. It's going to be a bit rough for them. If they do, we're in danger. Marsh Flats. Overlord the Balemerc. Alright. There's Solitude. Love to see if they can sign in Yard. Solitude in his hand. Felia. Blink Overlord. Yep. And Overlord will ETB. So Solitude's in hand. There's no reason for us to crack the map right now. And they pull Emperor Bones. So they have Solitude Bones. Okay. Draw. Now they could have Consign. We play the tower. Let's go with Ugin. Ugin. Trigger. Eat the Overlord or eat the Felia? I think we eat the Overlord. Do you have Consign? I mean, you have to consign the body, not the trigger. Unless you want to flicker, consign, body, not the trigger. Yep, makes sense. In that case, I will pass. I was hoping that maybe they wouldn't have it, but they did. We'll pass. I guess they can Emperor Bones, eat an Overlord, then they can flicker the Overlord of Felia. We'll take 3 down to 15. Yeah. Eats the Overlord. Then adapt. Yep. Overlord. And then attack. You then flicker the Overlord. What do you grab, by the way? Hold on. Chooses, returns, Witch Enchanter. Okay, Witch Enchanter's in hand. And then returns Aven Interrupter. And we'll take the 3 down to 15. Alright. And picks up what? You have a ton of options. Returns Aven Interrupter. So we do need to be mindful of Aven Interrupter. Draw. Dismember. I mean, we can get rid of a decent amount of the board then. I will crack map for tower. Play tower, since it's mana positive. I will that case, play Vexing Bauble. Do we play Vexing Bauble or play Dismember? That's actually a good question. Vexing Bauble deals with Solitude, but Dismember does deal with Overlord the Balemerc. They have Aven Interrupter, Witch Enchanter, so I guess the Witch Enchanter can pop the Baubles. It's a bit of a moot point, I suppose. So we pop the Overlord, exile the Felia. That makes sense to me. Overlord down, Felia down, always yield, and pass. And pass. So we know Solitude, Aven Interrupter, Witch Enchanter, Solitude, Exiles Devourer. Up to 17. Solitude the Yard. Emperor Bones eats what? Probably something from my yard. Eats Ugin. I'll take 4. They have Aven Interrupter in hand, so we do need to play around that. Witch Blessed, Bolt 7. Draw, Tower. Interesting. Do I even want to play the map? I guess I should, admittedly. Cast, map. Cast Bauble. Pass. Double K command. So we can exile Emperor Bones. Felia. Yes. If I cast the K command now, they'll just Aven Interrupt. So best for me not to do that now, because then Aven Interrupter will be able to attack. Okay. They will attack now. Bones will eat something. Eats Dismember. Fine, fine. Am I okay taking 6 is the question. I think so. Felia, Tempt the Flicker, what? Bauble? Sure. That's fine. So if I take 6, I go down to 7. Then we kind of hope they play something in second main. And then we K command. Okay. Down to 7. Second main. Really playing nothing. Well, that's just rude as hell. In that case, K command. Ramp Scrydraw. Let's ramp Scrydraw like this. And done. Let's see the Aven Interrupter. They could also have Consign, though there's 3 Consigns in Yard, so probably not. There's the Aven Interrupter. Yep, it interrupts. It do interrupt. Crack map to thin. I'll grab another tower. And draw. Lab. Rude. Let's reach off the K command then. Not sure that's entirely necessary. I mean, I can K command the Aven Interrupter. That's a consideration. I mean, no matter what. Yeah, I guess I'll just pay 2. It has to be for 0. Target me, target me. 2, redraw. Devourer. Devour. Felia. Do you have Consign? Looking like it. Yep. So Consign is out. And then my thought here is to ramp an exile. Because I kind of need some bodies on board in order to block. Yeah. Done. Interrupter down. That way they don't have flying. Alright. We definitely need to draw something here, though. Marsh flats to 9. And what? Flicker Wisp flickers what? I guess what they can do is they can Felia flicker Flicker Wisp. And then they can flicker a Tron land. Yeah, that's something they can do. That's kind of annoying, admittedly. Bones will eat K command, that's fine. And then Felia, Flicker, Flicker Wisp. Yep. We'll go to blocks. We'll block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And block. Before damage, I'll crack the bauble. Draw a card. Glad I did, because it's a dud. And then Flicker will flicker, or Flickerist will flicker a Tron land. So hoping they're going to hit the power plant. Draw. Ugin. Perfect. Play the power plant. Actually, this is a bit dangerous, isn't it? Well, no. Felia, we block 2. I think we have to. Yeah. Trigger targets Felia? Or Flicker Wisp. I think we have to target the Felia. Do you have Consign? No, you shouldn't, because we ate through all 4 of them. Yeah. Aven Interrupter? Aven Interrupt erupts. Ugin in exile. Felia's down, though. We block the Emperor. We'll be at 2. Ooh, boy. Living on a hope and a prayer here. Paying cost for Solitude. Ah, no! Solitude will do it. Yeah. Unfortunate. I will concede because that's 7. Yep. Alright. That's the loss for game 2. Let's pass it back. And we'll cut the gemstone, which allows me to bring in something. What do you want to bring in here? I guess Chalice. We can always Chalice on 1 for Ephem, 2 for Felia, etc. So close. I think they drew into the Solitude as well. Unfortunate. I mean, either they drew into the Solitude or they drew into the Aven Interrupter, I suppose. Yeah, we'll keep. I don't need a Chalice on 1 yet. We'll reveal Devourer. I'm looking for a 7-mana value spell for an early Karn. We do find Sire. There's also Fleshraker, which is a consideration. We go Bauble, Chalice, but I think a turn 2 Karn might be better. In that case, I'm going to tuck. And we're actually going to cast Chalice now. X equals 1. Because that stops Consign on 1. As well as Thoughtseize. So we should be able to land Karn without any issue. Riddler to Yard. Draw. Karn. Minus Karn. Yes. For what? Torpor Orb? I think Torpor Orb's a good start. Torpor Orb plus Bridge, I think they don't have a way out. Yeah. Let's go Torpor Orb. And pass. And pass. Yeah, I think Torpor Orb plus Bridge is a GG's. Draw. In that case, play the Mine. Cast Torpor Orb. I guess the one downside here is Feliel will be able to attack. Do I care about that, though? Not sure I do. Minus Karn. Yes. For bridge. Cast bridge. Pass. You have Felia. But once I empty my hand, not even Felia will be able to attack. Which should mean that's the game. Yeah, I think this is the game then. Unless they Felia flicker the Torpor Orb. And then they would need a Witch Enchanter, which they don't have. I guess they could consign their own Felia trigger with blue. That is an option. I guess you could also flicker the Chalice. Yeah, that would make sense. Yep, so now you have access to 1. So Tron, or Karn down, blue to Delta. 1000 IQ play here is they consign the own Felia trigger. Actually, no, it doesn't matter, because, yeah, never mind. Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. Balmerk, trigger. Emperor Bones. Yeah, I think we have the game locked now. I don't foresee a way where we're ever going to have cards in hand going forward. K command. Cast Bauble. Felia now can't attack. I'll hold K command. Fetch. I'm going to ramp Scrydraw. I'm going to exile. I think I'm going to exile. Yeah, we'll just ramp exile. And done. Yeah, like, serious question. What can they do here? I guess maybe if they brought in Wrath Disguise, but I don't think we saw that at all earlier, right? In the last 2 games? Or I guess last game we didn't see it at all? So, unless they have a Wrath Disguise, I think this is GG's. Okay. Clarion Conqueror? I mean, I really don't care about Conqueror here. I mean, we just kind of sit here with 2/4. I guess maybe we crack the Bauble? Because I don't care about Solitude anymore. Draw a card. There's the mine. We pass in full. Draw. Tezzeret. Play mine. Play Tezzeret. Consign. And pass. Put a pause on end step. And... I mean, we didn't see Vindicate. We didn't see Wrath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Overlord. Yeah, there's no reason to return cards to hand then. We can cast anything we draw. Emperor. Yep, still fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna, I guess, not always yield. There will be times where I don't want to. And Overlord trigger. Overlord trigger. That I can't do anything about. Those will always yield. Okay. Draw. Waste. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So next turn we can cast. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Next turn we can cast. Do I cast Devourer? Do I cast Sire? Doesn't matter. I guess we could just devour the Clarion Conqueror just for the sake of it. Emperor Bones trigger, eats Bauble. That's a mistake though. They shouldn't eat the artifacts. I'll return Devour to hand. And draw. So Devourer, eat Clarion Conqueror, because I want to use my artifacts. You can consign, sure. I still am sitting here wondering if they have any way to deal with Torpor Orb plus Bridge. We pass. And pass. I guess earlier we could have K commanded for Scrydraw and XL. The main reason why I didn't at the time is because I couldn't guarantee that I could play everything off the top of my deck. Not sure it would matter at this point because the Scrydraw was, what, pretty small if I remember correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play the Sire. Pass. Because again, I can play everything in my deck. Haven Interrupter, sure. Wait. You didn't interrupt Desire. Okay. And pass. Solid. Oh yeah, because that's right, Haven Interrupter, Torpor Orb, right. Okay, I was about to say, like, I don't see opponent getting through any of this. Like, we didn't see Vindicate's last game. We didn't see Wrath of Sky's last game. They went through a lot of their deck. So yeah, I mean, the Torpor Orb Bridge lock is real. All right, well, solid stuff. Solid win against Blink. Good way to basically play Prison Tron. We'll be back for match 4. All right, and we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1. Yeah, I mean, double Fleshraker, K-Command X2 will keep. Do we tuck Ugin? There's a chance that we draw into another temple or another land where you don't want to tuck Ugin. Why does Ice 100 sound familiar? I feel like there's someone like Ice 9. Okay, so that's a ley line to go back, so that is Zoo. That case, yeah, I'll play E-Temp and then pass and hold. They play Ragavan, we're gonna exile it with K-Command. Do they play a Ragavan? They do not. Okay. And draw, there's another Karn. We'll tuck the Ugin after all. And I will cast Fleshraker. Alright. And let's go back. See if you have a Leyline Binding, I suppose. They might have a Leyline Binding. They're thinking about it. They could play it. Yep, there's the Binding. Which I'm kind of fine with. I'm fine with that hitting a Fleshraker more than, I don't know, Karn by comparison. Alright, Arena of Glory, please, I was about to say, please do not haste a friggin' Sign of Draco. That would be backbreaking. Mr. Land Drop, that's kind of rough. In that case, I think I hold K-Command. Yeah, we'll just hold K-Command, I suppose as permission. Not really permission. They would have played the sign if they had it. They would have played the Kavu as well, so what do they have in hand? More bindings? My guess would be Leyline Bindings, maybe Stubborn Denial. Yeah, that would be my guess. Flage to Yard. I want to get rid of Flage. Thankfully, it's not on track yet. Plains. What in the fresh hell do you have in your hand? K-Command? Ramp Scrydraw? I mean, this is definitely gonna get hit by a Stubborn Denial, so I'll hold 1 back. Yep. I will pay it. You have another one? Go for it. Just a handful of Stubborn Denials? What the hell? Okay. Yeah, that sure is a thing you can do. I would have liked to land there. Okay, so if they have a bolt in hand into a fetch, we're kind of in trouble. So I think we hold the K command to get rid of the Flage. Draw. No bolt. What in the hell is in your hand? Do you have another Stubborn Denial? Is that what's happening right now? Do you have another one? Ram Scrydraw X1? Do you have 3 Stubborn Denials in hand? There's no way. There's no way. Hold 1? I mean, I'm tempted. You know what? I'm going to do this. Ramp, exile, ramp, exile, done. There's no way I have another Stubborn Denial in hand. Okay, that actually resolves. Thank God. Draw. Okay, command, Jesus. In that case, I think we just hold again. I have no clue what's in my opponent's hand. No more Stubborn Denials, no more Consigns, but no threats either? What's going on? Okay. 4 in hand and you're still doing nothing. I mean, I guess you could still have another Stubborn Denial. So I suppose we go X2. Karn bottom, gemstone top, and draw. Map. Play gemstone. Cast. Actually, I will cast Flesh Raker. Map trigger. Always yield. Leyline Binding? Bolt. Okay. I still get the token, which is what I cared about. And pass. 3 in hand. 2, 4, 5. 5, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thundering Falls. Please don't find a Flage. Thank God. What are these last 3 cards? What is happening? We are 6 turns in. They've drawn 6 cards, and I have seen nothing but lands, denial, denial, bolt. I guess in a Leyline Binding and Guild Pact. What is happening? Crack the map? For a temple. Draw? Temple. Exile Leyline Binding? Okay, Flesh Raker resolve. Our Flesh Raker's back on board. Another bolt. Another binding. What is going on? Okay. Pass? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can play Ugin next turn. What is this? Another binding? This is the most interactive godforsaken hand that I've ever seen with Zoo, ever. What the hell? And you still don't play... What? What is happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to play Ugin because then we get caught by a denial. Cast Karn? Cost? Consign. Okay. Yeah. That is a consign. 2 in hand. Are you gonna play a creature at some point? Is that a thing you're gonna do? Oh. Oh. We're gonna haste it? No? Oh. We're doing something. A hasty Ragavan. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I care about blocking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I kind of want the 8th in case of another denial. I mean, if I don't block, what's the worst case scenario? I think I'm fine. I'll take the 2. I'll let you pilfer. I usually don't like doing so. Soul Guy Lantern, go for it. Play your Soul Guy Lantern for all I care. Yep. Okay. Eats the Karn. Yep. Anything else? Any more Leyline Bindings? No? End step. Trigger. Return Ugin to hand. Okay. Draw. All is dust. Yeah, I do like all is dust. So, all is dust? They should only play 1 consign main, so I think this should resolve. Give me my creatures back. Give them. Paying cost. Cracking the Soul Guide to draw a card. Makes sense. Okay. You have 4 cards in hand. One of them's a Ragavan. Okay. Sure. The weirdest game or match against Zoo that I've ever had. That was a weird one. I'll be real. Okay. Vaccine Bobble out. Soul Guy Lantern in. Pithy Needle out. Like, I guess the one thing I'd hit with Pithy Needle would be what? Arena of Glory? Dismember in. Chalice out. Grafdigger's Cage in. And run it back. Okay. Yeah, All His Dust comes in clutch. The thing is, like, it's just so bad into counter magic nowadays, consign to memory. Like, if I'm evaluating the 7-mana value drops in this deck right now, the worst three cards in this slot is 1000%, All Is Dust, and Sire's Seven Deaths, which is saying something because they're both fantastic cards in their own right. But like, All Is Dust getting hit by Force Negation is rough. Getting consigned is rough. And then Sire without having a cast trigger is kind of rough. Oh, this hand's weird. I don't think I can keep this hand reasonably. No, there's no way. No. I'm trying to think if there's a way. I don't think there's a way. I'm going to mulligan. Okay, that's some insane odds. It's 11% chance of seeing Cavernous Souls in your opening hand and opening 7. And we got that back-to-back. That's wicked. I will keep. I'll pitch the Soul Guide. Done. I'll reveal. I'll play. What do we exile? The Devourer? I think so. And pass. Question is, Flashbreaker Mindstone here on 1. They Ragavan. You do. Show me K command, please. Dismember will work. But I missed the All Is Dust. That kind of sucks. And the Lab. go Dismember. And play Temple, Mind Stone. We don't want to play our... actually, I guess we don't need to play around. No, I guess we still need to play around Stubborn Denial. Goodbye, Ragavan. Pass. And pass. Temple Garden, Shock, Kavu. Ishikavu. Alright, draw. Tezzeret. Cast Flash Rake. And pass. And pass. Not much I can do about that. Do you got Bolt? Do you got Tribal Flames? Do you got Leyline Binding for... you only have 3 types, so I'd need another land. I mean, Kabu's gonna hit for 5 because they'll crack for probably a Triumph, I'd imagine. Pitching what? Leyline the Guild Pact. Must have drawn into it. Okay. Fetch. Really? Did not fetch. That tells me that you have a consigned memory in hand. Okay. Ugin. Ugin bad. Tezzeret. Trigger. Always yield. Show me the consign. Do it. Do it. You didn't? What? That's suspect. That's suspect. I will grab map. Yeah, map seems reasonable. Map and a neutral. Trigger. No bolts? No bindings? No consigns? What is happening here? Pass. No attacks. Fetch. Why? Thundering Falls Surveil, but why wouldn't you do that after you attacked unless you had something you were holding? If you're holding something, it would have been consigned, denial, bolt, binding. Weird. And they didn't play bolt, so it's not bolt. It's likely not binding. It's not consign nor denial, so what in the fresh hell do you have in your hand? Attack Tez. I will block. You'll discard. Discard. Flooded Strand. Draw a card. Block the spawn. Okay. 3 in hand. What you got? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Eldrazi mana. Map is mana neutral, whether I go for a lab or for a temple. Casting Flage. Leyline Binding. For what? Fleshraker or Tez? Tez. Interesting. Okay. So in that case, I am short. Unless I draw into a land. I do not. Flashbreaker's good, though. So in that case, as I mentioned, that I'm going to crack. We're going to grab Temple. Play Temple. And cast triggers. And I guess we attack. Yeah, I suppose we attack at this point. Or reason not to, down to 19. We'll pass. Because if they're going to play a Flage, they're going to Helix the Fleshraker. Alright. Paying cost for what? Next turn we have Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're short on Ugin. Karn costs 2 mana. Mean that we can actually go mana neutral of Karn. Attack for 4. I think I still block the spawn, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's still right to do so, because I'm kind of afraid of double tribal flames, honestly. Block. Okay. Cost for what? It's not a Sign of the Rock. I could play that pre-combat. Wait, what? Why? Why wouldn't you play that pre-combat? That way it would have trample. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I won't question your plays here, friend. I think I just win. Because I'm going to go Ballista. Yeah, if we go Ballista, we win. And then minus. And opponent scoops it up. Okay. Yeah, because we grab Ballista for X equals 1. The Flush Rakers deal 4 off the triggers alone, and then additional 2 for 6. Yep, that is solid. I mean, I don't think the trample damage would have mattered, but yeah, I'm just still confused of like the sequencing there. Yeah, people make mistakes. They learn. With that being said, we'll be back for match 5. And we're back for match 5 on the play for game 1. 8 hits out the top. We'll keep. All right, Devourer, show me a mine or a tower. Twould be good. Opponent mulligans down to 6. Do you keep your opening 6, opponent? Teach the question. They do. Devour trigger. That's a bit disappointing, I'll admit. We could go Tezzeret, though. Tezzeret would find another map. We go at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, we can get 7 on turn 4 with Lab. I think we go that direction. Go Lab, Power Plant, Map, and Pass, and Pass. The map at this point is kind of bait more than anything, I suppose. Because we'll Lab next turn. Ooh, I'm thinking this is Affinity. I'm in danger. Shadow Spear. Okay, that's actually a lot more palatable than I was expecting. I'll be real. Draw. Lab. Imprint Devourer. Cast Mind Stone. And this way we can crack... Oh, did I misplay? I did. I should have played Temple on 1. Yeah. If I played Temple on 1, we would have had Sire on 3. Because 2, 4, 5, yeah. Whoops. Whoops. That was a misplay. I did not count right. I thought it was 1 short. Damn. Alright. It is what it is. Mishra's Bauble. No, Pinnacle Emissary. Surprising. 2. Shadow Spear equip. Sure. Do I mine... Or do I crack the map? I don't think I cracked the map then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, no I don't. No reason to crack the map then. We'll take the 2, 22, 18. Yep. Draw. K command solid. They don't have blue, so K command actually is pretty free right now. I'm gonna ramp, I'm gonna scry draw. Not all too worried about their current board state. More worried about a Kappa. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, they would have, if they had a Kappa, they would have played it. So yeah, let's go K command. Because they don't have access to a few things. Ooh. Okay. This gets interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want Bauble. Yeah, we definitely want Bauble. Tezzeret. Tezzeret's okay. Devour's equally okay. But we definitely want Bauble, so I'm thinking we go... Maybe Tezzeret bottom. Devour top. E-temp top, bauble top, and draw. Cast bauble, and then pass. And hold on the off chance we need to crack it, but this allows me the ability to counter all of their 0 mana spells. Boots. Okay, you can make Memnite a bit bigger, I suppose. Blue. Oh, they do find the Kappa? No, Thought Monitor. Okay. Not great, not horrible, I suppose. Yeah, so we don't have EE main anymore. Dealing with the 0 mana spells are a bit harder, but not the end of the world. 2416. Yep. We'll draw into the E-temp. E-temp. And we'll draw into a Devourer. The benefit of drawing into the Devourers, we should now have enough to cast Devour, then pay for the ward cost of the Kappa. We know they don't have a Metallic Rebuke. I guess they could still have a Metallic Rebuke, but we had enough to pay for it, so maybe they just chose not to. Yeah, that's an option. The Sire will be very good here. It's a good blocker. And again, we can deal with the Kappa if they do end up playing one. I don't think they can get Kappa to 16 power and haste it on the same turn, so I think we're good there. So this is Affinity. So far looking like a win, but let's not count our chickens before they hatch. What'd be a good good version of that for Magic? Don't count your baubles before you crack them? Well, I guess you could still say don't count your eggs before you crack them. Oh, eggs. You were ridiculous. So opponent's trying to figure out how they deal with the Sire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. No. So they wouldn't have enough. Or we wouldn't have enough, rather. So how do you deal with the Sire 7 deaths? That's the question. Because we're going to start beating face. Bauble, target me. They see Devourer now. So now if they do have a Kappa, they're not going to want to cast it for obvious reasons. No attacks. Second main, tapping, blue, blue, cranial plating. Thankfully they can't equip it at instant speed, thank God for that. But you can't equip it. It's a 8-2, and the fact that it doesn't buff its toughness is really good for me because of the Sire. Bauble trigger, draw. We draw Devourer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can return to Devourer now. Yeah, let's return to Devourer now. Cast. You. Exile, always yield. Shrink the Memnite. Go to combat, swing for 7. Block it, I dare you. Down to 17, up to 23. We could crack the map, but no real reason to do so right now. I don't think I have anything else on top from the K command earlier. Nope, there's the Kappa. I mean, we have the Devour for a reason. Yep, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, we have enough to pay for the ward. You can haste it if you want. Smack me for 6. Ooh, I guess you can smack me for a bit more, because equip 1. You can smack me for a decent bit. I'm not dead, but ooh. 6 plus, what, 7? Yeah, that'll be a bit. I ain't dead, but I definitely am hurting. Uh-huh. Yep. Down to 11. Oh, cranial plating. It is a joy to see you back, friend. Smack me for 12. Yep. Down to 11. And yeah, no reason to crack the map yet. Flesh Raker. We can't play the Flesh Raker because we need to have enough for the word 4. Triggers. Oh, son of a... I forgot that important detail. Boots. Boots gives it... Hey. Yeah. That was an important detail that I 1000% forgot about. Shoot. I didn't have enough mana. Ooh, I'm in danger. No. No. Uh-huh. That is Ward 5, and I only have 4. I need to draw into a land. Shoot. Shoot. Alright, well, that's a problem, friends. The good news is, maybe I'm not dead. We'll see. I could play the Flesh Raker. Is that a good thing? Oh, and they're gonna gain lifelink trample too? Ooh. I am in danger, that is for sure. How does this read? Is it cast? Whenever this creature or another artifact you control enters. The enters is important. Okay. Tap, cast. I should have cast that before, but I didn't realize. I will pass, and I will scream internally. I mean, yeah, I guess I couldn't do anything outside of, I guess, keep the last devoured tucked underneath lab instead of eating the thought monitor. I'm hoping that this Vexing Bauble saves me. I'm hoping. Because if they don't have an artifact, then we're okay. You equip the Shadow Spear. Yep, that's fine. It's a 13-6, but do you have an artifact? You do. Damn. Alright, we get it for 15. It's a 15-7, trample, lifelink, can't be blocked, ward 1, ward 4. Oh no. Okay. They're gonna go up to 19 points. Ooh. Okay, I don't think I can crack this Vexing Bauble. This Vexing Bauble very well might be saving me. You could equip the Cranial Plane into something else, I suppose. You do not. Draw. Do I have enough now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I do not, because we cast the Flesh Rake. Ooh. Methinks that I crack the Mind Stone. I think I have to do that. I should crack the Expedition map first? No, it's not necessarily neutral. Draw a card. Tower. I still wouldn't have enough to pay for the ward. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Yeah, we wouldn't have enough to pay for the ward, unfortunately. We could crack the Vexing Bauble, but there's no guarantee that will be enough. So basically at this point, we need to just hope that they don't have an artifact to play next turn. That's the only thing we can really do. Yep. Brutal. 1 off because of the Lava Spur. Completely forgot they gave Ward 1. It wouldn't have mattered. I suppose, but it was not on my list of things to consider here. Alright. Welp. I mean, I think we just attack all out drum. I mean, Metallic Rebuke? If Metallic Rebuke, that's fine. Go for it. Yep, looks like Metallic Rebuke. Yep, I only have 2, so no. And no. We go to combat, we attack. Yep, we attack all in. You block a Devourer. They're down to 3. Alright, comes down to this turn. Not much else we can do. We pass, and I suppose we hold on end step. The bauble might save me. Come on. Did we get there? Because if there's 0 mana value spells, they can't enter. Oh yeah, they're still on the draw. Bauble counters, doesn't trigger the Kappa. Bauble's saving me here. Yes! Yes! Oh! Oh boy. That is fantastic. Thank you, Vexing Bauble. Yeah, they can attack, but Sire will block. It has first strike, so it doesn't matter. It dies. We attack in with Sire and nothing else. First strike down the Kappa. So Kappa dies. I think we got there. Opponent scoops it up. That, friends, is what we call a close one. All right, let's go to sideboard. Oh boy. All right, let's take a look at sideboard then. So, Pithing Needle, no. Soul Guide, no, because no longer an Emery. Bauble, yes. Chalice, yes. Dismember, yes? Dismember, yes. We could also argue EE. So I'm thinking we go EE main. But now we're 1 over. So what do we cut? So, I mean, Chalice, yes. Bauble, yes. I mean, do we need Chalice and Bauble main for this? Maybe not. But also, it's not a bad idea to have. A little bit more redundancy. 22% to see it in the opening hand. So that could be very relevant, as we saw. EE is relevant as well. We have one on the side or we have Filigree Silex on the side. See, the awkward part is, as much as Sire saved me that game, it's also one of the worst cards in this matchup, by and large, because, like, it doesn't always save you through a Kappa like that. Sometimes it is just a absolute brick. All's Dust is good, though, because it can deal with the Kappa, which is nice. And the Thought Monitor and the Pinnacle Emissary, right? So, I don't know. Do we cut the Chalice? Maybe we just cut the Chalice. Keeping the EE, bring the Chalice on the play, because it'll be a bit better on the play than on the draw, admittedly. So I think we keep like this. Bring the EE, bring the Dismember, keep the Vexing Bauble, Pithing Needle's a no, Gravitor's Cage is no, Soul Guide's a no. Alright, let's run it back. Let's run it back. Yeah, 1000% forgot about those Lost Bear boots. Bauble's on 1. That's good. But we only have, I guess we have 8 hits off the top. We have Map and Mine. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. Let's see what we find. Here's a hoping. We keep. Opponent also keeps. We pass. Please don't dump your hand. Pinnacle Emissary? Yep. Okay, they're going to dump their hand. Ornithopter. Yeah, this hand would be much better on the draw than it would be, or on the play rather than on the draw, because we just dump Power Plant, Vexing Bauble, and say, cool. Oh, that wasn't too bad. That could have been so much worse. Bauble? Pass? And pass. I mean, we still have 4 hits off the top for mine. So 4 hits off the top for Tron on 3. Aether Spellbomb. Target creature. Yeah, target creature. So I can't bounce the Vexing Bulb, which is relevant. Okay. So we're in a decent position, I would argue. Lab. Lab is interesting to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say they 5. We could K-command the drone out. That is an option. We also could lab tuck, and that would allow us Tezzeret. Tezzeret could grab us. Ooh, kind of like that idea. But at the same time, Tezzeret would die. So we could K-command instead. At least that way we get a bit more of a benefit. All right, let's do that. We're going to tuck a Sire, keep the All's Dust to deal with the Kappa potentially. We're going to hold K-command X1 or play the Tezzeret. I think I want to hold the K-command X1. They could still have Metallic Rebuke right now, so we're going to hold, force them to play it on their turn. Ooh, what is this? You're going to crack the Aether Spellbomb? In that case, that does leave me open to do this. Do we get rid of the Ornithopter or the Drone? We'll get rid of the Drone. And done. So no more Metallic Rebuke. We exile, reduce their artifact count, and ramp. That way we can play Tezzeret next turn, and hopefully grab for a map. 3. Okay, so we still could have Rebuke. 2, 3, Blood Moon. Well, that's quite rude, opponent. Okay, that's not the end of the world. Draw. Especially the Mind Stone draw? Perfect. So in that case... do we play Tezzeret into Mind Stone? Or do we play the Mind Stone now? We could do both. I think there's no reason to not to do both. So Mind Stone, cast Tezzeret, because Tezzeret will ramp the Mind Stone next turn. We can minus Tezzeret and find, I'm thinking Expedition map. We'll pass and pass, because then we can find a waste. That way we have a color source. In addition to the Mind Stones, we have double Colorless. We're gonna have access to 4, 5 mana. Springleaf is fine. 3 in hand. And passing. Okay. So far this is looking promising. We can fight through this Blood Moon. E-temp. Cast map. Trigger Tezzeret, always yield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next turn 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay, so we can always dust the moon out next turn. That, or we just play the Sire 7 Deaths and call it a day. So in that case, we'll pass. Opponent's pausing. Why? Guess they could have Galvanic Blast. Yeah, that's an option, I suppose. Urza Saga. Pinnacle Emissary. 'Tis the Pinnacle Emissary. 1, 2, 3. They could still have the Metallic Rebuke. Triggers Bauble. Triggers Pinnacle. Okay. 2 more in hand. Yeah, the Rebuke is what I worry about the most right now. I think if we land the Sire, we win. Okay. End step. Crack the map. We'll grab a mine so that we have Tron. Once we get rid of this moon. Draw. Mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So tap, untap. And Sire 7 Deaths. Do you have a Metallic Rebuke? You do not. Okay, I think we're off to the races, folks. Because now they need to find a way to deal Sire. And they've already put an Aether Spellbomb to Yard. And I don't think they have a way to get that back, because I don't think they play Emery anymore. And I actually don't really care to cast this All Is Dust, honestly. Unless they play Kappa here. Thought Monitor, fine. Not ideal, but fine. Draw 2. If you play Kappa, I'm gonna All Is Dust. And Ornithopter gets countered. Bauble gets countered. That's making a drone army. I mean, they would have played the Kappa before doing that, right? So they don't have the Kappa. So what's the last card in hand, then, is the question. Draw. Lab. We'll play the Power Plant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn we have 7, so we can cast everything in our deck. I'm half tempted to crack the Mind Stone, but I don't want to be in a position to where we can't pay for the Colorless, I suppose. I will attack with Sire. No reason not to. Alright, Sire. Do your thing. 1226. The thing is, Tez is 1000% dying. So, like, I'm tempted to crack the Mind Stone, but I think we still hold. I will pass. No reason to be greedy here. Because as long as they can't deal the Sire, it's GG's. We don't want to get rid of the Blood Moon because then Urza Saga's online. We don't want that because Urza Saga can grow past. Shadow Spear is relevant. There's only one card in hand, though. Okay, you can equip it to something. Not sure it's relevant, though. And Bone scoops it up. They said they've had enough of the Sire of 7 Deaths. And that there will end our league for today. Not too bad at all. All right, so that rounds things out at a 4-1 record at the end of 5. Our matches were Land Destruction, Blink, Zoo, and Affinity. The Land Destruction one, our only loss, not surprising because Land Destruction.deck against Tron is big sad. Very, very big sad. But overall, cannot complain. I was definitely expecting more land destruction or non-basic land hate than we saw. So that's kind of interesting. Because I definitely, like, Ovenize and I definitely played a few leagues the other day, and it was like Energy with main deck Moon, sideboard Charmaw, Zoo with sideboard Charmaw, Blink with sideboard White Orchid. But definitely ran into a mixed bag today where you definitely didn't see a lot. So that is interesting. But yeah, solid games. Really fun match there at the very end. Sire 7 Deaths put in a ton of work, to say the least. But with that being said, that there will end today's video over on the YouTube. If you are watching this on YouTube, you did miss the games live over on Twitch. So make sure you stop on by here where you can chat with me live between matches, see stream exclusive matches between challenges, and overall, you're able to support me monetarily through ad revenue as well as subscribers, because that way you can help me pay off my fancy new streaming PC. But with that being said, as always, if you did enjoy the video over on YouTube, please do consider hitting the like button, comment down below if you had seen any lines that I missed and mistakes that I made, or any general feedback would be much appreciated. For as much that I hope you all learn from me, and with my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you have reached the point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button, as we are getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. In fact, as of this exact moment, we are at 11 subscribers away from hitting 1,000. And at that point, we'll start monetizing these videos, allow me to start saving up to pay off my new streaming PC, so that way I can continue streaming here on Twitch. In the meantime, though, if you do want to support me monetarily, you can do so either by watching me over on Twitch or by joining my Patreon, where you get early access to my YouTube videos. With that being said, though, folks, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!